So you want bigger muscles, faster, without selling your soul to a guy in a trench coat outside GNC? Good news, you only need a handful of supplements that have actually been proven to work. Spoiler, it's not deer antler spray, SARMs from Reddit, or the $90 TikTok anabolic gummy bears. Sorry, TikTok. Testosterone gummies are not a thing, or at least not a thing that actually works.
Or, you could just take protein and creatine like a normal human being.
Exactly. Let's break it down. Hey there, friends. I'm Jake, and this is Bottom Line, where we cut through the supplement noise with some actual science, a little humor, and some hard-earned industry experience. Been in the supplement industry on the brand side and on the manufacturing side for over a decade. I also do consulting, so if you're a brand looking for help with formulas, strategy, or just avoiding dumb mistakes, check out the link in the description. Now, let's talk about why supplements actually matter. Look, training and food are the foundation. Bad news, if you're skipping leg day and living off Taco Bell, no amount of powder is going to save you. But here's some other truth. Supplements can make a massive difference. The right ones speed up recovery, boost performance, and make it way easier to stay consistent. They're not magic, but they are like legal cheat codes. And unlike cheat codes, you won't get banned in real life. And mom won't unplug the router this time. Bottom line, if you're trying to build muscle, supplements aren't optional side quests. They're more like DLC that actually adds new levels to the game. And if you stack them on top of solid training and nutrition, they'll move the needle a lot faster than some people give them credit for. Now let's start with the most obvious. Protein. You need enough protein every day to actually build muscle. And shakes are the easiest way to hit that number without eating so many chicken breasts, you can't even look another spice rub in the face. Whey protein is the gold standard. Fast digesting, high quality, and proven to work. Perfect after a workout, or honestly, anytime you need quick protein. But fun twist, there's also a clear whey now. If you saw my old video on it, you know it's basically juice with gains. Instead of feeling like you're drinking a milkshake at 7 a.m., it tastes more like Kool-Aid. It's a game changer if you hate the thick, chalky stuff and have kind of had your fill of that like I have. Casein protein is the opposite of whey. Slow digesting. Great for before bed or anytime you're going to go hours without food. Like, let's say, back-to-back meetings where your boss thinks lunch is optional. Bruh. Now, a lot of guys are trying beef isolate protein these days. It's lactose-free, digests well, and packs high-quality amino acids. Basically, whey's new rival for people who don't want the dairy bloat or who just like telling people they drink beef shakes. Finally, steak in a scoop. And lest I leave out my vegan brothers and sisters, plant proteins, usually pea or rice blends. They're just fine. They're like the Toyota Corolla of protein powders. Reliable, gets the job done, but nobody's writing love songs about them. They're not as effective as whey or beef isolate for muscle growth, and yeah, they taste kind of rough. But honestly, if you're reaching for plant protein, you probably already know that, and you've made your peace with it. Like people who order cauliflower crust pizza. Respect, but don't invite me to dinner. Bottom line, protein powders aren't hype. They're powerful tools to help you consistently hit your numbers. And consistency is ultimately what drives muscle growth. Next up, creatine. If protein is the fuel, creatine is the turbocharger. This is the most researched supplement in the world, and the results are always the same. More strength, faster recovery, fuller muscles. And yeah, even some legit brain health benefits. The best part? It's dirt cheap and stupid simple. 5 grams a day of creatine monohydrate. That's it. No fancy blends, no creatine hydrochloride, nitrate, dust from a unicorn's horn, just the basic white powder. The only downside is that it looks exactly like cocaine. So maybe don't bring unmarked baggies through airport security unless you're looking for new friends in Alligator Alcatraz. Your cellmate will not spot you on the bench press, trust me. And no, creatine will not destroy your kidneys. That is a myth. The only thing destroying your kidneys is probably White Claw and bad life choices. Bottom line, if you lift weights and you're not taking creatine, you're leaving results on the table. It's that simple. If you want the full breakdown, I actually did an entire video on creatine. I'll put a link in the description. Here's one that doesn't get enough love in this regard. Hydration powders. LMNT, Liquid IV, and all the other competitors. Whatever your flavor, being even a little dehydrated can tank your workout, slow your recovery, and make your muscles feel flatter than that soda you left open in the back of the fridge last week. Intra-workout electrolytes are huge. They keep your performance higher for longer, especially on big sessions like legs. But they're also just as big outside the gym, at work, when you're traveling, or even after a night out. And yeah, you could just salt your water like a medieval peasant, but I'll be real. It's a lot easier when it tastes like raspberry salt candy. Plus, then you'll actually drink it. Bottom line, staying hydrated isn't optional. If you're not keeping your electrolytes in check, you're leaving recovery, and therefore gains, on the table. I broke all this down in an entire video on hydration powders. I'll also throw that link in the description if you want to go deeper. All right, now we're into bonus territory. Workout carbs. If you're training hard, long sessions, lots of volume, carbs during or right after your workout can give you that extra edge. They can keep your intensity higher, speed up recovery, and help your protein do its job. They don't matter for quick arm days, but if you're grinding through a heavy leg day, they can be a lifesaver. Think original Gatorade, dextrose, or even straight up kids juice drinks. Basically, you get to fuel your gains and relive childhood soccer practice all at the same time. Orange slices? Hell yeah! Honestly, bring back soccer moms handing out Capri Suns. Peak recovery. But if you're cutting carbs hard, yeah, probably skip these. Otherwise, you're just drinking candy water and wondering why the scale hates you. Bottom line, workout carbs aren't for everyone, but if you're serious about training volume, they'll definitely help you push harder and recover faster. Next up, the least sexy supplement on this list, the multivitamin. Yeah, I know, nobody ever got jacked from taking one, but think of it like insurance. It fills in the small gaps, so you're not missing out on the basics. Don't overthink this one. You don't need a $60 influencer blend that promises laser vision and eternal youth. The $8 bottle from Walmart, Costco, or Walgreens, same exact stuff. My advice, save your money for protein and creatine. And no, doubling or tripling the dose won't turn you into Thor. At best, you'll have glow-in-the-dark pee. At worst, you'll turn yellow and start a GoFundMe for liver support. So I guess it's not all bad. Bottom line, multivitamins won't build muscle, but they make sure nothing small is holding you back. One pill a day, check the box, move on. And surprise, surprise, I did a full video on this as well, if you want to check that one out. Link in the description. All right, let's rapid fire through the stuff that sounds cool, but mostly just wastes your money. BCAAs. If you're already eating enough protein, BCAAs are like buying bottled water when you've got a free faucet at home. Kind of a pointless flex, and not that helpful. Testosterone boosters. The ones that claim to unlock your alpha energy. Dude. Yeah. Most of those work about as well as trying to sell essential oils at a frat party. Gummies. If your supplement is shaped like a gummy bear and tastes incredible, odds are it's just candy in disguise. Expensive candy. In a disguise so bad, it looks like those fake glasses with the nose and mustache attached. Overhyped pre-workouts. Look, caffeine works. I'm a big fan of it. I take pre-workout before every workout session. But if it's crazy expensive and hyped and has all the same ingredients, it's probably just marketing. I did a full video on pre-workouts here as well if you want to do a deep dive on that. Bottom line with all this stuff, save your cash for the stuff that actually works. Or, a Costco chicken bake. Better ROI. So here's the bottom line. The supplements that actually work for muscle growth really aren't flashy, but they are powerful. Protein, creatine, hydration powders, workout carbs, if you're really serious, and a cheap multivitamin. That's it. Those 5 cover 95% of what you'll ever need in regards to muscle growth. You don't need deer antler spray, testosterone gummies, or a pre-workout named after nuclear warfare. Just the basics. Stack them on top of smart training and a solid diet, and you'll grow faster, recover better, and avoid wasting your money. I'll throw in a note here too. If you've been doing all these things and you're still not experiencing the muscle growth you want, maybe go get your testosterone levels checked. I'm not somebody who thinks everybody should be on testosterone, but there are legitimate cases where people have naturally very low testosterone. So if you're doing all this stuff and it's just not working, go get your levels checked. Your doctor can do it. Now I want to hear from you. What's the dumbest supplement you've ever bought? Drop it in the comments. I promise we'll roast it together. Trust me, I've had my fair share. And if you want to go deeper on all this stuff, I've linked my full videos on creatine, hydration powders, and pre-workouts in the description. Hit subscribe on my channel if you want to cut through the supplement bullshit and get stronger without wasting your money. Thanks for checking out Bottom Line. I'll see you next time.